Hey, Elise.
Hey, SB.
Do you know what went wrong last time?
No. Yes? No. I'm going to say no.
I did not think that was going to be that difficult of a question. We had two problems last time. Number one, I was paying a lot of attention to, rooms and carefully placing things within a castle and building a really tall tower, and that's all fun and stuff. But what I wasn't paying a lot of attention to was the drafting. You know, the game. The part of the game where you're playing the game.
Uh-huh.
So that's going to be a little bit more of a focus this episode. We've never played a drafting game. We certainly haven't talked about drafting strategy at all prior to this. So I'd like to focus a little bit more on that. But you know what the other problem was?
What?
A lack of motivation. Neither one of us wanted to defeat Ludwig badly enough. So, viewers can see in the upper right corner here, Elise has this icon, meaning that she is blindfolded.
Yeah, I don't like this, by the way. I can't see anything.
I've added a little bit of motivation. So, Elise, you could, at this moment, remove your blindfold.
Okay.
And we'll
turn
the viewers around. Here we go. I added some motivation. This is Ludwig now.
Oh my god, we must defeat him.
Those of you who are lucky enough not to live in an area where you have to deal with the Canada goose,
The Canada goose.
Branta canadensis,
It could be Canadian.
may not understand why this is so terrifying. The rest of you saw this and had an immediate, visceral reaction. That's what I was
bad
going
birds.
for. They are nature's cruelest mistake. In every sense of the word. So I think this will help us. This will help us want to defeat him.
I think so. Whew.
Okay.
Wow.
That aside, I think we're ready to play. I'm gonna shuffle all the things. Hold on. I'm gonna do this.
I'm changing the color tint.
Ooh, look at all those shuffles.
There we go. Now the sides aren't glowing white, so it's kind of seamless.
Oh yeah, yes, it's very seamless.
Well, from over
if you're
here,
down at table level, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
What I figured out is that Imgur does not support transparency.
Oh, really?
And then I thought, I should find another hosting service. And then I thought, that sounds like work.
Wait, was this what you were doing when I was like, "Hey, ready?" And you're like, "Hey, but I need a few minutes."
And I couldn't stop giggling. Yeah, yep.
Oh, okay.
All
Makes
right,
sense
so
now.
deal out some throne rooms. I didn't change the castles,
That's fine.
but
Whatever.
I might if we lose again. Okay, so, We got all three of the same throne rooms.
Really?
Yeah, they're in different orders now. They're in different locations, but
Weird.
there are different ones. You all saw me hit the shuffle button a bunch of times. Sometimes that happens. All right. Who wants some tiles, Elise?
Me.
Me too.
Me.
So we're gonna have we have the same seats this time, and a lot of that is owed to the fact that I had to set Ludwig up ahead of time so you wouldn't see him. But we can change seating arrangements for future games so that it's not always me choosing Ludwig's tiles in the first half and you in the second half.
Okay.
If you want.
Wait, aren't we missing a...
Are we? What?
Don't we need to have another...
What?
Castle?
No? 3 castles, 3 players. Because I work on these 2 and you work on those 2 and the bird works on these 2.
Oh.
Yeah? Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It's going to be a great game, everybody. Let's see here. So we got a Biergarten and a Princess's Chambers for Ludwig's first draw. Well, I gotta say, this seems like an interesting green room. How many red rooms do you end up with?
Wait, how do we decide who goes first? For choosing. Oh, it's the person to the...
Yeah, to the left of the guy.
Oh.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say this goes in this castle, and this goes in this castle. I have high hopes for the beer garden.
Okay.
And with that, we're on to the first actual turn of the game. So let me quickly look at my hand here. So obviously, we are driven to get red rooms in this castle. The only ways to get red rooms are to satisfy the type bonuses. Fortunately, green rooms can get us a fountain, so this is like a good play toward that thing already. And of course, like downstairs rooms are powerful. Any room, when you get 5 of it, you get to take a red room of your choice. So my suspicion is we can make this beer garden worth like 4, maybe even 5 points pretty reasonably. You know, Elise?
I know.
Okay, good. Continue to know that.
Okay.
Well, that was easy. So I do want to talk a little bit about overall strategy, though. Overall scoring strategy, since everybody at the table is scoring their lowest castle. The best way for us to prevent... I have a kittenry. The best way for us to prevent Ludwig from winning is for this castle, the one between us, to be the highest scoring castle. Right?
Yeah.
If this is the highest scoring castle, Ludwig can't win. Because whichever one of his castles is highest scoring will win someone else the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would like to have a chance of winning the game, that's maybe a good way to go about it, at least, is to do a good job in this castle.
Okay.
Hint. Hint.
Hint, hint. Okay.
Okay, I'm thinking one of these two rooms probably for Neuschwanstein. I'm probably pronouncing the names of those castles somewhat correctly,
Probably
maybe.
not.
Possibly. You can't prove I'm not.
You're right, because I also don't know how to pronounce them.
Got her. Dead to rights. I am noticing that the decor here is bad for this thing, and also this is a terrifying room that I don't want to have in my castle. I'm going to grab, let's say this, with the intent of putting it here. And then over here, I kind of, I want to satisfy the throne room requirement here, but I just don't think any of the stuff we have is a very good match. And I do think that this color's bonus is one of the better ones.
I feel so left out right now.
So let's throw this in here.
Just so left out.
Sorry, let's put this down on the table. Okay, we're committed.
Okay.
So I got a purple room for our castle, is what I was thinking.
So did I.
You got a purple room that cares about blue rooms, and I got a purple room that cares about purple rooms.
Oh, good job, us.
I think that's pretty good. We could probably... You want to just cap the throne room now?
Yeah.
I will say that it's a little non-ideal to put a purple room on the long side of the throne room because it makes it... Yeah, that's a lot of spaces that are already covered.
Yeah.
But also, I've never seen a purple room be worth more than 2 or 3 points, so probably it's not a realistic concern. Well, you had that in a pretty good spot, and then you spent a lot of effort moving it all weird and out of the grid.
Well, we both kind of had the same idea.
Yeah.
And the same...
And I mean, it's good. Your purple room is scoring my purple room, and we got that maxed out. I think that's a good start for our little castle over here.
Yeah.
And then here...
Kittenry.
The kittenry. That's where we keep all of the, what appear to be full-grown cats. It was a little confusing. I mean, the king is mad. Yeah. Look at him. Look how mad he is. He looks so angry. I always thought the Mad King Ludwig thing was about the king being crazy, but, no, I think he's mad. I think he's going to hurt someone if we're not careful. I gotta say, I'm not, super jazzed about starting with a green room in the sense that I would like my green rooms to be way off to the side,
Yeah.
Whatever. This is fine. And how is,
You're the one who gave yourself that.
How is the Berg Eltz going? Oh, I should probably, move these tiles over.
It's okay.
Huh?
I guess.
So here, these are your tiles, and these are Ludwig's tiles, and these are my tiles now.
Stop watching.
The viewers gotta know what's up.
I can't make this okay. We need a grid on this one. I'm gonna go nuts.
Well, the problem with the grid is that we're not building the castles in the same orientation. So we could make a hexagonal grid. This is him, huh? Yeah. This is where we're putting his cards. Oh. This is the thing I passed to you right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I could make a hexagonal grid, but we'd have to be careful with it because there would be a bunch of nodes that are not appropriate to the orientation of each castle.
Oh, that'd also be annoying.
Yeah. So I figured this was the better of the two options, but we can fix it. We can change it if you want. Okay, well, this looks like a pretty good winner for this castle. Again, I have to be careful. My urge is to really just go nuts on both of the castles as hard as possible, but I actually kind of want to underbuild Liechtenstein a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. I want to underbuild it a little bit, though. It's a tricky balance that has to be struck, because if I do a really bad job, if I just blow this castle, it just causes you to win the game.
Yeah.
This has to be slightly worse than this one.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's a tough balance to strike. I think it's really cool. It's a neat design. So what do we need over here? We need purples and blues. And we need to limit conversation. It's tricky. Oh, this is compelling as well for Liechtenstein. I'm gonna kind of want to take that. The thing is, these are both so... Yeah, all right. So here's the thing to think about in terms of drafting strategy, just the most basic drafting strategy. The initial hand of 9 tiles that you get, you'll take 2, it'll pass to the player on your left, there'll be 7. They'll take 2, it'll pass to the next player, there'll be 5. They'll take 2, and then you'll get it again. So the initial hand, you're going to see some of those tiles a second time.
Wait, what? Did you not do Ludwig's tiles?
Oh, no, you're right, I totally didn't.
I was kind of I was looking at my cards waiting for it, and then I realized, hey...
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've been looking at my cards for a while.
That makes sense. I should do the thing with the game rules. Alright, a chicken co-op, where the chickens work together. It's like a food, sort of a pantry deal.
Yeah.
And the morning tea room. This is a room in which you can only drink tea in the morning.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock, they nail the door shut until the next day. Well, I kind of think... Now that I've got a green room over here, I kind of think I'm just going to go deep on green rooms for the moment, so you can have that. All right, now we make this decision. Fortunately, you are supposed to see your new hand of tiles before making the Ludwig selection, so the fact that I did not do my job in the correct order there shouldn't have screwed anything up. What is our... Ooh, it's a little rough. This is not good for this castle right now. What is the bonus for this? So that's...
Okay.
This is kind of interesting then. But maybe this isn't the one of these that we want. It's kind of an ill fit. I might wait on that. I think we want one of these. So the question is, this one or that one? From a rules perspective, they are completely identical. But I think this one is a little bit cooler because of that painting. Alright, I'm good.
I am also good.
Alright, here are your tiles for the future. And here are my tiles for the future. And if you could just put those in that area over there somewhere. Yeah. Alright. So I got us a blue room, because... We need a blue room. We need blue rooms for the tapestry room, and also blue rooms are good.
I got us an orange room.
Okay. Orange room that scores for connected purples.
Yep.
So the blue room can go over here?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then the orange room needs to be, unfortunately, touching these. So the question is, what is the best way to do that? This isn't... I think maybe this. Because if we put it on top... It's going to block a space for each of the purple rooms. Here, it's only blocking a space for one of them.
Yeah. That's probably a good spot.
Okay, and that's immediately worth 2 points, and it's helping us get our color diversity, because, of course, we're going to get blue rooms, so we need to... Yeah, good. I think that was good. And then over here, we have this beautiful, beautiful armory. So I'm going to go... I'm going to move this whole castle up a little bit, because I haven't actually left myself room to put down an armory.
Ooh.
I'm going to put it on this side... Reckoning that if I'm putting potentially a hallway under here anyway, it'll be easier to connect stuff. And then I have a chicken coop. I don't know, chicken coop probably goes here. This will just be the side of the castle that doesn't get built up.
Outdoor.
You know, the chicken coop, right? Or the chicken co-op right next to the beer garden. That's where they make the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brewery co-op. Chicken owned, chicken supported. What do you got going on over here? We got a morning tea room and the parlor. Ah, I see. That's a pretty good pair of tiles there.
Yeah, and it finishes off my throne room, which is good. Darn it! This is so annoying.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
It drives me crazy. I need it to be perfect.
Like no one else.
But it never will be. Never, ever.
Okay. I'm going to draw my hand here.
Don't forget to do his tiles.
Yeah, I know, but I draw my hand first.
I'm just saying. Don't forget.
I'm not forgetting.
You might.
Hey, Elise, why don't you mind your own garden? Yeah.
Because when I don't, you forget.
That's fair. That's a good point. All right, we've got a quiet room with a peacock in it. So a lot of people probably haven't really had the opportunity to be around a peacock, like in the semi-wild. Let me tell you something. If you want a room to be quiet, do not put a peacock in it.
Do not.
The sound they make. Also, glassmaking room. So, obviously the quiet room will help me complete my throne room over here, but I'm a little worried about my room diversity at the moment. And the glassmaking room is connected to the kittenry already. Those two would be immediately connected to the kittenry. I mean, those two things you definitely want to be together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep your cats as close to your incredibly hot furnace as possible. What did that guy say at the Ren Fair? The glassmaking furnace is like 3,500 degrees or something?
I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's hot, though.
You were off looking at fancy gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was hot enough that I was uncomfortable sitting about 20 feet away from it.
Wow.
So, I guess I'm going to take the quiet room for this castle and give you this thing. You do already have an orange room, but giving you a downstairs room helps you work toward blue diverse, and these are both fine for you. So I guess I can't really avoid giving you a tile that's okay for you. All right, so let's talk about this stuff. Well, this looks like a winner for Neuschwanstein. I'm going to forget the names of the castles every single time. It's just going to keep happening.
I don't even know what any of the names are. I don't care.
And is this any good for this castle? Not really. That's unfortunate. We do have to pick up a bunch of different room types eventually over here. This is fine. Obviously, if I take this here, I'm compelled to build it over here, and it would be a little bit better if I could get full advantage from it. So I'm to the point where I might build it over here instead, just to try to score it all the way out. Yeah, all right. I think I like that. We're taking this pair of rooms. So, the point I was trying to make with that basic drafting strategy, thinking about the fact that you're going to see some of your original hand of tiles again, is that you can strategize about what you think might come back and try to
I can remember
figure out what the best. Well, I'm talking about when you're making your picks in your initial hand. Look at these and think, if I was going to get 4 of these, what's the best 4?
Yeah.
Not just what's the best 2 for right now. And, try to... It'll be a little bit easier during the second round when the other person's castles are partly built out and you can try to make some kind of guess about what they're going to potentially take.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I got us a purple room.
All right, I got us a green room that cares about purple rooms.
Oh, this purple room cares about green rooms.
Okay, that's interesting. So how do we want to build that? Do we want to maybe put the green room or the purple room here and then the green room next to it? And that way we could potentially put a green room or a purple room on top of it. Sure. Or I guess these don't have to be on the ground floor. We could put this here. Mm-hmm. And this here, and that would allow us to potentially build here and either here or here.
Yeah.
And that way we get a point off the rug room
and
for it.
We got 3 purples.
And we got 3 purples. So the bonus for 3 purples is helper. Okay, well, our castle's current dominant decor is bad. Yeah. We have 2 mirrors and 2 swords, and then 1 of each of the others. So, this is a little earlier than you want to have to make this choice. Do we want mirror guy or sword guy, do you think?
Let's go for sword guy.
Okay, sword guy. The knight.
I don't know, I think it's maybe a good idea to do it early, then we know what to go for.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm just I'm worried that, it won't really be a viable thing to take a bunch more swords, maybe? And we'll end up going, shoot, I wish I could have waited because we ended up with 10 mirrors.
Yeah. Well,
that's pretty close to lining up the image. It's really neat that the tiles line up the image. And I would like to take advantage of it, but I'm bad at thing. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay. Good enough. And then over here, I got this, and I think I'm just going to put it here. It's going to go here or here. I suppose over here is a little bit better, again, for maintaining corridor building freedom, because, you know, the kittens love to wander the halls. We'll just build ourselves a quiet room down here. And the quiet room is mostly FMV, and you're going to wonder how it costs so much when the quality is so bad. But just you wait until the dialogue patch comes out next week.
Wow.
That's a funny joke for the 2 or 3 people that are going to get it.
I don't think there's that many even, probably.
Oh, I see what you're doing over here.
You don't know.
I had this thing. It may have been this pair of rooms, actually.
No, I have 3 oranges.
You do have 3 oranges. You get a scoring card. I had to make sure to try to get that in our.
I draw 3. Is it?
Yeah, you get to look at 3, keep 1. What you got here? Okay, so I should have probably had the rules document prepared, knowing that we would have to refer to it like a professional might have done.
That's all right.
I just opened up my downloads page to get to where I saved the rules and saw all the goose pictures I downloaded while trying to get the right one.
You picked a good one.
I wanted one that really showed the hate in their eyes. I was trying to get one where the wings were all splayed, but the head down, tongue out, run at you thing that they do is maybe even better.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at it again. Ugh.
Okay, so obviously these ones are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, what is this one? I forgot.
That one is 3 points for each room that is fully surrounded.
Okay.
So, like, right now, that's not worth any points for you.
Maybe I'll take the orange one.
But it does have, like, a pretty high potential upside. Yeah, the orange one's 6 points right now and could very easily be 10.
It may not be the best, but it seems safe, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's a lot of points right now. That's definitely worth something.
Is this discard, I guess?
Yeah. Turn it sideways so, like, it's incredibly obvious what it is. It couldn't possibly be anything else.
Incredibly obvious.
Incredibly obvious. Alright, and then look at your stuff. About to go into the final hand here.
Already? Jeez.
Well, the final play of this hand.
I know, but
it's a short game. It took longer last time because we were explaining rules and stuff, but really it's not a very long game. Alright, so Ludwig is showing the solar and the coat room. Well, so I don't have a blue room yet in this castle, and a blue room is, I could build above the spice room for some extra points. I kind of like this orange room, because I already have this, these wonderful community-minded chickens who would really appreciate it if I grabbed that, but I don't have a good place to build it, because I actually can't connect it to the green rooms. Because I can't build it next to the green rooms, and if I tried to build it above, that won't work because I can't build above the green rooms. So this is pretty low value for me. It would be orange room number 4 for you, and like really a lot of points though. So I think I have to take it, even though it's kind of bad over here. I mean, and just give you a blue room, really?
Yeah, seems like a bad idea.
But the blue room is worth 4 points for you. The orange room is worth 4 points right this second, and potentially more later. I mean, the blue room's not worth 4 points right now, but I assume you will get to 4. But if you were to take this orange room and just, like, put it here, it's 2 points for that, plus a point on each of these, so I cannot give that to you. And then Goosevig is the first to discard. Okay, and over here, we have some interesting stuff. I mean, I am strongly compelled to take this, so it fits really well right there. Scoring for that and setting up that even more. It's hard to imagine that is wrong. And then on this side, yeah, that seems like a winner, right? That's a color that we don't have yet represented over here in Neuschwanstein, and okay. So take your last tile. You already did. You're already ahead of me.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. So I brought us a swords corridor.
Oh.
Which I think will probably be pretty
useful. I got us a
useful.
basement, so I didn't really have very good choices. I didn't have any swords.
Okay, well, we do need a basement.
We do need a basement, so...
It cares about other downstairs rooms.
Yeah.
And it's not the right decor type. In fact, it's a decor type that's not represented anywhere on the bottom 2 floors of our castle.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
I didn't
there's
have
no.
good
I'm saying, hey.
I don't want you to blame me and little.
I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out where it goes. Oops, I didn't pick up all the tiles. All you need to move slightly up. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where it goes. Probably.
Probably not.
Maybe we put it bottom middle.
Sure.
I'm just thinking, like, if we got a swords downstairs room or a mirrors downstairs room, we'd probably want to group them for future corridor points. And with the swords corridor, we could put it here, right? Because it's next to the throne room, which is the swords room, and then that allows us to potentially build an outdoor room on top of it to help score the reading room.
Yeah.
The only other place where we have a swords room is here. We could put it here, I suppose. Which would cap the tapestry room at only being able to be near 2 blue rooms. And I think this is better.
This is good.
Okay. And then this goes in the pile of this thing that we're building. So this is pretty good value.
So the ones that are like per connected.
Yeah.
So like in this case, I could put this up here and it would be connected.
Yes.
Because it's in a line kind of thing.
Yeah. Orthogonally connected chains of the room type.
Okay. Wish I could put it down here. Well, not there.
Yeah, it would be fun to be able to build everything underneath the ground. That's for sure. I'm just gonna put this over. I mean, I guess there's no reason it can't go over here. It really is a shame that there's no way for me to connect it to the other green rooms. But it was too good for you. And it still could be good for me. Like, it scores a point off of this. Man. Was I so worried about spiting you that I just made a bad choice?
Did you? You might have.
I might have. Well, we're just going to have to hope. I mean, I know I want to get more green rooms anyway, because I'm already on 2, and also it feeds into the armory. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah?
At least stop panicking. Everything's fine.
Okay, everything's fine.
Okay, so...
I don't want that there. Where do I want
Yeah, you
this?
gotta commit this stuff over here. You got yourselves a hidden passage. It looks like your castle's going pretty well to me.
Yeah, I think it's going alright.
I think our castle is going pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that Liechtenstein is the weakest castle on the board right now, which is bad for everyone who's not you. Alright, let's shuffle these up and deal out the new hands. And now we are passing to the right, which means that you are the one who makes Ludwig's choices.
Yep.
So here's Ludwig's first 2 tiles. He's got a pair of purples. The library, a purple that cares about reds, and the gallery, a purple that cares about oranges. And they are both swords.
I think I'm going to take this one. I'm going to have this one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're giving the library to this castle. I am okay with that. That's fine. All right, let's make some choices here. So we are passing to the right, remember? What are we going to do with our castle? What am I going to do with our castle? We have some interesting options. This is a little awkward, but we do still... Yeah, this is not ideal. That is worse, if anything. We don't need one of these, but they're nice to have. That I like quite a bit for Liechtenstein. These are both kind of unimpressive for that castle, but this is pretty good for this one. Right, placed... Well, I mean, I shouldn't indicate so as not to give information to Elise, but I think y'all see what I'm saying. Tough one. I think I'm going to go... This is my plan for Liechtenstein, and then... This is pretty compelling. We have to get... Hold on. Do I maybe want to put this in the other castle? Because it is important that Neuschwanstein actually score well. We really need that thing. Well, we don't really need it, but I want that thing. This is so cool, though. And it's actually really... Yeah, alright. This is really good for that position. I'm going to take this as well. I hope that's not an error. There are some things that this castle still needs. But yeah, I think I'm good. I'm committing, at least. And remember, some of that's going to come back to us. But Ludwig's tiles become your tiles. Alright.
Alright.
What you got?
I had a hard time with that hand, but I got us the map room.
Okay, so you went purple.
Yeah.
I also went purple for this castle.
Wow.
Which is going to put us on 5 purples, which I do not think is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And this is a purple room that cares about purple rooms, so I figure putting it right here is pretty good.
Mm. Yeah.
And then you have a purple room that cares about blue rooms that should probably go... That's a little awkward.
Yeah.
Because where I think we really want it to be is here. But we can't do that, and we certainly don't want to build the observatory here to make that work, because the observatory is worth too many points in this position. And we could just put it here.
Yeah.
It's not amazing there. In fact, it might be kind of terrible. But down here, it's 1 point. Up here, it's immediately 2 points, plus maybe we build a blue room.
Yeah.
Man, I wish we could build it right there.
Yeah.
Because then it and the tapestry room could both score this blue room and potentially a blue room built up there. I don't know. What do you think is better? Do you like this or this better?
I feel like this has more
This down here doesn't connect to the washroom, and it could connect to the washroom if we built a purple there, but that would be purple number 6, which is pretty low value.
Yeah. I mean, we can leave it. We'll just try to...
Just get blue rooms and put
if
them
all
up
else
here.
fails, it was our 5th purple. It still serves a purpose, so...
Yeah. So, it's our 5th purple, which means bonus for 5 of any regular room type, we get a red room. Which red room do you want? Obviously, fountains are always cool. We could build a tower right here or right here and immediately be getting 4 points off of it, maybe to be improvable. But if we don't think we'd improve it twice, it's better to just take the fountain.
Yeah.
The other thing we could do is take a grand foyer if we think we'll be able to get that past 5.
Do you think we can?
I
don't know if we can. Maybe we should just take the fountain.
Just take the fountain.
Yeah, to be safe.
Where would we put it?
Oh,
Where do you think is good?
Hmm.
We shouldn't put it over here, because if we get another blue room... Well, I guess if we get more blue rooms, we build them up here. We're probably not getting another purple, so we don't need to worry about using these spaces for purples. We could, I guess, just build it up on top of the map room, but we want blue. Yeah. It'd be cool to be able to put blues up there. We could put it down here. My concern about that is that it prevents us from building up to maybe put a blue room there, but, like, how many more blue rooms are we going to get? How many spaces do we need to have open for putting blue rooms in? It's probably not more than 2, right?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of other stuff this castle still needs.
We can't put the tower on here, right? Because it's...
Oh, yeah, we can't put the tower up there, you're right, because it's a blue room. A tower here is the same value, but I think it's just worse than a fountain. I think that tower is, in an optimal situation, as good as the fountain, and worse in most other situations. For this castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a fountain, and you're probably right on that. So, you put it over here, it kind of caps the scoring of this thing a little bit in an awkward way.
I mean...
We'd like to get more swords, because we have the knight.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we just put it over here, because, like, I'm thinking, oh no, but now we can't build a blue tile there, but we still have these 2 spaces where blue tiles are good, and we're not trying to save them for purples.
Yeah, well, that's probably the best we're going to get. I say you're right. Keep it there.
Okay, yeah, I think that's reasonable. And then over here, I probably put this down on this side. No, obviously not. It goes over here. What am I talking about? That is a no-brainer. And then this can go here because very obviously I intend to get additional red rooms for this column. I don't know if this counts the throne room twice. Does it count each space around it or each room in those areas? It doesn't matter. It goes here anyway, but I'll have a thing to look up during scoring. And then that is green room number 3 for this castle. Oh, also, I put down 3 downstairs rooms and then totally didn't even pick the bonus because I'm an idiot, so we gotta fix that too. So obviously I want red rooms in this column. The green room bonus is a fountain, but I gotta take the black room bonus first because I got it first. So what do I want to do here? What I probably want to do here is grab a grand foyer.
I got my 3rd purple, so...
Okay, go ahead and pick your dude, and we'll come over there and check out your castle in a second. Right, I take a grand foyer because that could be built above ground or underground. It's just a very versatile one, and then honestly, I probably build it here. And I technically, at the time of building this, wouldn't know about the library, but I would know that it needs to be in the same column as the armory anyway. And then we get our fountain for the greens, and I just put it there. It seems pretty good to me. And maybe if we get... How do you get another grand foyer? It's the corridor room. Man, I should get a corridor for this castle. I could really use one. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then you have acquired your 3rd purple room, and you've chosen a painter, a portraitist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about how good Berg Eltz looks.
Yeah? Which one's that? Mine?
The red one.
Yeah, okay. You should just say the red one, probably.
That's fair.
I don't know any of the names of them.
Okay, so all the tiles are in the right positions. Go ahead and pick up your hand. And we'll deal out Ludwig's tiles for the turn. There's probably a good way to pick up cards without having to leave the last one on the table and then pick it up manually.
It drives me crazy.
I don't know how to do it, though. Listen, there are a lot of hotkeys in this game. Alright, so Ludwig's tiles today are the waiting room, a purple room which cares about corridors, and a corridor which cares about mirror decor. What do you think here, Elise?
Man, I should have picked the mirrored guy. I was trying to decide if I wanted the mirrored one or the painter.
Yeah. Are you on 3 of each?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're also on 3 swords.
Yeah, but I didn't want to compete with you on swords, so...
You mean you didn't want to compete with yourself on
yeah,
swords?
with us.
That is also your castle.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I guess I'll take the purple one.
Alright, Hall of Doors goes into this castle, which actually has me breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief.
No! Now, what do we need in our castle here? We still need a yellow.
Yep, we still need a yellow. But that's it, right? Of the rooms to score this purple.
Yeah.
We have an orange. We don't have a yellow. We have a downstairs. We have a purple. We have a corridor, and we have an outdoors. Yep. All right. Well, that's adorable, and pretty okay for this one, actually. This castle obviously still has some things that it needs, but unfortunately, I don't have any of those. Any of that particular color. If you know what I'm saying.
Secrets.
And I think that you may.
Not me.
Okay, this is a bad room for both of our castles. And for that castle as well. So, when we're passing to the right, to Ludwig, where we know Elise is going to have to make a decision on Ludwig's behalf afterward. I'm just going to pass Ludwig's tiles over to you now. It's okay to leave a couple of things in the hand that are good for me, but not her. But I got to be careful about leaving things in the hand that are good for both of us, because she might, they might come up off of Ludwig's stack and she might get them. So, this would be pretty good for our castle. Yeah, it's okay. That would be totally okay for our castle. As much as I like this color for our castle, I think both of these rooms are pretty bad.
I feel left out.
I'm gonna take this for you. And this is very unfortunate. It's just these things added up very poorly. We could still take this in the hopes of building another one of that room type listed at the bottom there before the end of the game.
I'm beginning to think the choice I made for our castle wasn't good.
Well, that's concerning.
It's not terrible. It's just I'm not sure where we would play it.
I think I'm gonna take this for Neuschwanstein or Liechtenstein. And we'll leave this in there because it's not great for that castle in the hopes that it comes... Like, this hand will go to Ludwig and 2 tiles will get chosen from it, and then it will go to Elise, and there will still be 3 tiles in it. So this could end up... Yeah, I think we're not saying goodbye to any of these tiles just yet. Pass that over to here. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, so I picked a couple of hallways up. Oh, good, you picked a yellow room.
Yeah, but I don't know where to put it.
So I gotta say swords hallway.
Oh.
So I was thinking this sword corridor, or what you might call a swordador, could just go. It could go here.
Yeah.
Then it's going to the throne room, and the corridors are feeding each other. I was thinking I'd put it here, but given what you chose, I think it's better to build the ice house in that position, probably.
I mean, the ice house could go here as well.
Well, I would like to have a green room. I guess we could build this up there and then the ice house up there. But it's going to be harder to get another purple room on the other side. We're not going to get another purple room on the other side.
Probably not. That's why I was like, But it was yellow and
okay, my suspicion
purple,
is that neither one of these positions are not meaningfully different.
Okay,
basically.
let's keep with this, and then in case we get a green room up here, we want to cap it with, or
yeah, and if we do pull a actually this position's better because if we pull a good swords downstairs room, it can score off both the hallways.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. And then over here, I have a couple of corridors to work with. They are probably going near the orange room. Nobody's probably shocked about that one. The question is in which orientation, and actually I don't think it's much of a question. I think probably I want to do this and that, right? Because this way, this room gets to score both of those portraits, and this room still gets to score the one mirror. Whereas swapping them, this room still gets 1 point, but this room only gets 1. And now we have 2 points off the kittenry. And not that much else going on. I guess this thing could go over here to score off of these, but then that reduces my kittenry score. I think this is right. This is probably right. I'm definitely worried about the score of this castle, though. How are you doing over here? Got yourself a waiting room. And a cape room. Check that out.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We love capes. We got a whole room dedicated to capes. We love capes.
Do you think that you could pull off a cape? No? That was a fast answer.
Well, you asked if I think. And I said no.
I see.
I think I could.
I see. You were doing a comedy.
Yeah. What about you?
No, probably not.
No?
I think I would like to, but I think no, probably not. Okay, so here's Ludwig's pulls for the turn, Elise.
Oh,
a sty and a brandy room. I know how you feel about this, the art on this sty.
It's pretty great.
That is a pretty happy-looking pig.
Oh, I do need a green room. And the other one is a painting. One, which is good for me, but yeah, yellow. I think I'm gonna take the pigs.
Okay, leaving the brandy room for this castle, and then these will become your tiles. And now we got to make some choices here. So first thing I'm noticing is that for For Liechtenstein, one of these 2 rooms seems pretty good. And then for this castle, what do we still benefit from? Well, one of these does something. It's actually not bad. One of these would be pretty good. This one accomplishes very little. I think this is probably the wrong pull for this castle, but the other 4 rooms are actually pretty reasonable. Because obviously these 2 would trigger the thing. And then, this is always good. I'm going to grab one of these. These rooms are the same decor type, unfortunately, and it's not the one I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm going to grab one of these for this castle. And then for this castle, we're going to make a decision. These are both totally fine. The same room, basically. Yeah, it's one of these. I'm gonna just take this one. That one looks so much more cozy. Because of all of the broken glass.
Man, none of these are really good for our
So here's
castle.
Ludwig's tile. Don't do it, Elise.
What?
Don't do it. Don't you come over here with this. Oh, none of this is good for our castle. I guess our castle's just going to score like garbage. Oh, no. Whatever shall we do?
They're not good for our castle. Alright, I'm trying, but it's not great.
Alright. So pass me those cards, and then let's flip them over.
Oops.
There you go.
Jeez.
Okay. So, I picked a blue room and a hall. Okay.
I got us this. I know. This is the best there was, because...
Well, no, the other tile you picked is definitely better.
Wow.
I guess... Okay. Man. Yeah, this is terrible. This is real bad for us,
maybe...
right? Because the blue tile's worth 4 points. The blue tile's worth 5 points in this castle, right? Because we would put it up here somewhere, and it's already at its 4. It also puts us 1 room away from blue tile bonus.
Take this. We'll take this.
Blue tile bonus is only a tower, but it could be good. Yeah, like if we put this right here, right? So that it scores that, and then if we get another blue room, we have a tower, and we put it here for 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to this thing, which is going to score us 1, and that's it. Sorry, 2, because it'll score the washroom as well. This is a 4-point room that potentially gets us 5 additional points, and this is 2 points.
Also, it's a sword.
Also, it's a sword. I guess that's true.
I did try.
Okay, so here's the thing. I picked a corridor and a blue room, kind of hedging about what you would pick. Now that you have put the blue room into the castle, I was gonna put this corridor down, but I'm wondering if it's better to just put the blue room in so that we have 3 blue rooms. We can get that tower, right? And if we're going to do that, hey, are you over here paying attention?
Nope.
Okay, because we're still working on our castle.
Okay.
If we're going to do that, where do we put it? Is it better here, scoring the map room, or here, not scoring the map room, but giving the tower extra height? I guess it's the same number of points either way. It doesn't really matter, I suppose.
Nope.
Alright, so we put that there, and then that's 3 blue rooms, and we get ourselves a tower, and the tower goes here. It's a little... Hold on. It's going to grab the whole castle and shift it over slightly. That's a pretty good tower.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
And then I have this corridor for my other castle, which is totally fine, not great. It's a mirror corridor, so I can just put it down here, and it can score off the other mirror corridor and also the kittenry. So this is a 3-point play. 1 point, 1 point, and 1 point, versus putting it over here somewhere, which would be a 2-point play. It's not really terribly fascinating. And this will give me as it is my third corridor, a red room.
I have a question.
Yes.
The ones that are one per connected color,
Yeah.
does it have to be connected starting from that card? So like in this case, I got purple.
Yeah.
Do I have to build the purples over here off of it, or do these count?
No, purples that are connected to this room.
To this room. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they had to be a line of purple. Okay.
Well, yeah, connected to that room.
Okay. That's my 5th purple. So, I'm probably just going to take a fountain.
Okay. A lot of purples in this game's card set. So, I know I'm going to be taking a red room here. How do I make the best use of that red room? It's 2 points next to the brandy room or next to the armory. I could put this here. Put this hall of mirrors here. So it's feeding off all this stuff, and then take the grand foyer and put it like here and build the brandy room on top of it, and that would make it immediately worth 4 points plus 2 points for the brandy room. Can I do better? I could build it... Oh, and putting it next to the library, obviously, is worth another point. I could build it here. I don't think it's worth building it near the armory, because if I build it under the armory, I can't also score the brandy room. So building it in a place where it benefits either of them is the same. So yeah, like maybe I put the grand foyer here and then install the brandy room over top of it, and the value of that is that it's pretty easy to put more stuff around that foyer. I kind of like that. I think that makes more sense than our other options. And that's like good scoring for the beer garden, and yeah, I think this is generally good. Okay, I'm trying not to stress too much about orientation and placing them in the grid, but man, it does get to me a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I think that's fine. Third corridor. Doing pretty well on red rooms. Yeah, okay. So we're coming up on the end here. This is our final selection time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's an interesting selection of things that you've just passed me.
Okay, got...
So Ludwig's final choice. Did you shuffle that before?
No.
Okay.
Should I shuffle it?
Well, yeah, because one of us just passed this over, right? If they don't get shuffled reliably, then we could start gaming it.
Well, guess if that was something we would do.
Why not just let it... Why not just have it not be possible, right? So we got a wine cellar and a nursery. What do you think?
Hold on, I gotta look at my...
This wine cellar is... okay.
Pretty good for me, but... I mean, I need an underground room. Actually, I'm gonna let you have this, and I'm taking the nursery.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oops. Where am I going?
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so what does this do? It cares about yellows in the column above it.
Yeah, so it would be really good right here. Because then it would score this and it would have a yellow above it. But, considering what's in my hand, I'm not going to be able to make it work. So I think it's better for me to get the nursery.
Okay. Well, for me, I don't know that it matters too much where this goes. I guess it's a torch room. Yeah, so it doesn't score any of that. So yeah, it either goes here or here, and I think they're both about the same. I guess putting it here makes this a little bit taller, which means that... how do you get a tower? Tower is 3 blue rooms or 1 more underground room for me. Yeah, alright. This is fine, I guess. So...
how do you feel about your castle over here?
I am a little concerned about it, if I'm being honest. Well, I think we need one of these for this castle pretty badly. Because we need this bonus, right? You can see the top there. The question is, do I... Actually, these are both worth the same number of points currently. Now, this one's a little bit better because I want to put it in the column with that anyway. So yeah, let's do that for this castle. And then for this castle, these are both pretty sketchy, honestly. Yeah, these are both not awesome. Unfortunately, I haven't been tracking well enough to know.
Told you
so
they weren't
a
good.
skill that a person can develop over the course of drafting games is keeping an eye on what's in each hand. And this should be very possible in this game where there's only 3 hands and you get to see them pretty frequently. So I should know approximately what Elise had in front of her, the 3 tiles. And if I had been paying attention to that, I would have some information on which one of these is better, right? Because both of these will be the second one of their color in this castle. So if I knew that she was likely to have one of these colors, that would make it correct for me to pick the same color so that we could get to 3. I think what I'm going to do is go for this one, because it's a different color than the one I already put down, and we can maybe... If it turns out she did pick the other color, then I can swap which castle which thing goes in. So I'm going to do this.
Okay.
Commit.
Alright.
What do you got?
I got us a green one.
Okay, it was neither yellow nor orange.
Because it can go here, and also it likes hallways. We
Uh,
got 2 hallways, so
yeah.
it'll score 2 points off of this, and then 2 more here.
So that being the case, neither one of these rooms is very good here. This one scores actual nothing, while this one is, first of all, swords, and secondly, could at least score a point of connection, although I think probably it doesn't score a point of connection. Probably we just build it over here so that it scores the 2 hallways up.
Okay.
And then it's a sword room, so it's good for our knight as well. Yes, like this is a 3-point room, whereas the yellow room would be worth 0 points in this castle.
Yeah.
And then the yellow room over here is actually a pretty big deal. So I put this down here on top of the other yellow room, so it's getting 2 points from that immediately, and it's also getting a point from the wine cellar. And then that is yellow room number 3, so I get to draw 5 tiles and place 1. I
got 3 blue rooms.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Where the heck did that... Here. It bounced because it was kind of in my hand. Okay, well that's a pretty bad set of tiles to have drawn. I'll be honest with you. I was hoping for a blue. Because a blue tile would have been worth 6 points. A blue tile set up here. So, also an orange tile would have been really great, because it would have been orange tile number 3, and it would have allowed me to get a card, a scoring card. As it is, this is green room number 4, or corridor number 4, or yellow room number 4. This one is worth 2 points, because I could put it right here. This one is cares about sword decor, which I think this castle is actually really light on. Yeah, I mean, I could build it right here, and it would be worth 3 points, right? Because it would get a point off the library, and then each of the foyers would get a point off of it. This is a 2-point green room. This is a 1-point... This is a 0-point green room. So if I put this here, it would get a point off the coat room. But really, I would want to put it here, because I need to get these foyers up. And there's no consistent decor up in this part of the castle. So like a hallway that gets swords or portraits or torches is 3 points, because it'll get 1 point from the decor plus 2 points from the foyers. So this is the best choice then. I have 2 orange rooms. That is a 4-point tile placed that way. I think that's the best of those options. This was a terrible pull of 5 tiles. This was like heartbreaking.
Yeah.
All I needed was any
great.
blue, literally any blue or any orange was going to be like a huge slam dunk. Ah, well. I do believe that is the game then. Liechtenstein Castle is going to be the lowest. I think you probably win. Because I think this castle is bad. And it is most important for me for this not to be the bad castle.
Yeah.
Alright, let's find out though.
Alright.
So we'll start by scoring the mutual Neuschwanstein Castle. Let's just hit the thing. Alright, so food rooms. We have a food room in this castle and it is worth 2 points. Living rooms. We have a map room, which is worth 2 points. An observatory, which is worth 4 points. A reading room, which is worth 4 points. A tapestry room, which is worth 1. And a rug room, which is worth 3.
It's pretty good.
Then we have utility rooms. It's just the washroom. The washroom is worth 5.
Yep.
It's not bad at all. Outdoor rooms. We have a swimming hole that is worth 5 points. And we have a butterfly garden that is worth 2 points. It's weird that the butterfly garden scores corridors. I'm not 100% sure what is up with that. You would think, like, this seems to me like the kind of outdoor room that would score outdoor rooms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would think so.
Sleeping rooms. We have 3 of them, and they are all active. Yeah, I think this is the highest scoring castle, but unfortunately my other castle is the lowest scoring one, which is going to cause you to win the game.
Oh, we'll find out.
Corridors. We have this corridor, which is worth 3 points, and the other corridor, which is also worth 3 points. Downstairs rooms. We have a spy room that is worth nothing. Hooray!
Wait a second. You only got 1 core. Isn't it supposed to be 2?
It is 2.
Oh, there we go.
It was fine. All right.
It was a 0.
Downstairs. It was not a 0. Towers.
0 on my
we have
screen.
a tower that is worth 5 points. Fountains. We did not get. Oh, we do in fact have a fountain. That's right. It's over there. Okay. Grand foyers. None of those in this castle. Bonus cards. Unfortunately, none of those in this castle. Bonus cards are pretty good. There were not a lot of orange rooms though. Royal attendants. Our royal attendant, the man of swords, is worth 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Well, that's not terrible. And the throne room does score its full 4 points.
Yay.
64.
64. Okay.
All right. This might be easier to read if it was over here. All right, so this castle, Burg Eltz. You have a yellow room. It is worth 2 points. For living rooms, we have this thing, which is worth 1. The waiting room. The parlor, which is worth 1. The cape room, which is worth 2. The gallery, which is worth 3. And a vestibule of 0 points.
Yep.
For utility rooms, this guy is worth 3. This one is worth 2. This one is worth 3, and the other one is also worth 3.
Yep.
The sty is worth a single point. Sleeping rooms. Your sleeping rooms are active, right? Orange, yellow, black, purple, gray, green. And you have 3 of them. Your corridor is worth 1. Is that the only corridor? It is, okay.
Maybe I didn't do a very good
Your
job.
downstairs room is worth 0. Your tower is worth 4. It's a pretty good tower. Your fountain is worth 5. Surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have any foyers?
No.
Your bonus card ended up being worth 8 points. That's a pretty good bonus.
Yeah, I think
Your royal attendant here, the
Not
portrait
very
man, is 1, 2, 3.
I think it still remains at 3, sadly.
And your throne room did get the full 4 points. So actually 58 is the score for Burg Eltz. So that is your score. You scored under our other castle. That
So my score is 58.
I think that means that I win, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was overestimating the value of your castle. Because I'm pretty sure Liechtenstein is worse than the one we shared. I'm pretty sure. If Liechtenstein is better than the one we shared, actually, in that case, I win. Right? Hold on, we don't have to speculate about this. I'm just going to score the castle.
Just
how
score it.
about I do that? Okay. So, food rooms. I have a kitchen, which is worth 2 points. And I have a brandy room, which is worth 2 points from that foyer. And I have a spice room, which is worth 4 points. Look at that.
Wow.
This was such a good column that I set up so early, and then I just never got a blue room. Living rooms. I have a library that actually manages to be worth some number of points, but this is where I have to look a thing up, because I don't know if the library is measuring the number of rooms in those positions that are the right type, or the number of spaces around it that are the right type, because those are different numbers in this situation, you know? Also, I opened the PDF, the rules PDF, hastily, and so it opened in my web browser rather than in my PDF program, and the Chrome PDF browser is absolute garbage. Okay. It scores 1 or 2 points for each of that room type that surrounds it. The throne room counts as 1 point for living rooms that want to be surrounded by specialty rooms. Okay, so this library is worth 4 points, not 5. Still pretty good. Utility rooms. I have this utility room, which scores 3 points for connected hallways. And this utility room, which scores a mind-blowing 1 point for being next to that aviary.
Mind-blowing.
Outdoor rooms. The Winter Garden has 2 orange rooms to score off of. The Beer Garden has 4 red rooms to score off of. Hey, look at that. I kind of made it work, sort of. The Chicken Coop has 2 orange rooms to score off of, and the aviary has 2 orange rooms to score off of.
Wow.
Man, I really would have loved a 3rd orange room in that pile of pulls from the yellow room.
Yeah.
I could have just taken an orange room, too, but I figured in 5 pulls I'm pretty likely to see orange, but also blue would be really good. I think the yellow room was the right choice. I think the odds of that working out, getting me one of those 2 colors, is pretty good. It just didn't come through. So sleeping rooms, none. Sad. Corridors. We got this Hall of Mirrors over here, which is scoring us, I believe, a single point off of the Hall of Doors. Then we got the Hall of Doors, which is scoring 2 points off of the Hall of Mirrors in the throne room. And then we have the Hall of Portraits, which is scoring 2 points off of the kitchenry and the armory.
Kitchenry.
Then we have my downstairs rooms, which had better do a better job. First of all, we have the armory, which is worth 6 points. Check that out.
Wow.
3 red rooms in its column. Then we have a quiet room, which is worth nothing. A wine cellar, which is worth 2. I managed to get 2 yellow rooms up above that. And a hole, which is worth nothing, which you might expect from its name. Then we have the tower, which I do not have any towers, so never mind on that. I have a fountain on the roof. Let's hope that doesn't leak. Grand foyers. I have actually a question about this too. The same question. Does the foyer care about the number of spaces around it or the number of rooms around it? Come on, PDF viewer. Oh my god, it is so sluggish.
Yeah.
I hate it very much. Okay, scores 1 point for each surrounding room. So not for each space. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not get a bonus card or a royal attendant, but my throne room does score its full 4 points, making the score for... Oh no! The score for Liechtenstein is 57!
Yay!
All it needed to do was be 59 for me to win! Yeah, that makes you the winner, right? Because
I was inspired by the goose.
Ludwig and I both scored 57 off of our stupid castle over here, and you got a 58.
The goose worked better on me than you.
Okay, so... let me tell you what happened from my end. I slowed down this castle a little bit. Because I was like, man, I really want to make sure Ludwig doesn't win. I slowed it down too much.
I mean, but... You still got 50... I mean, that was very close, so...
Yeah, but also 57's not like a good score. It was close, but it's only close because we both did a bad job on our individual castles.
Yeah.
So I don't really take a lot of solace in that.
Okay, well.
I mean, again, the yellow plate could have, and probably on balance, in most cases, would have worked out better. Mm-hmm. And if I had gotten an orange or a blue tile, I win the game.
Yeah.
And not pulling an orange or a blue lost me the game. So I think I made the right decision there. It's just a little bit of bad variance, really. But I will say, one thing I definitely need to work on that I talked about doing at the beginning of the video and then still really didn't do here was paying more attention to the drafting. And I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to have a really hard time tracking stuff around the table while also delivering commentary.
Yeah, that's
so
hard.
that's a skill that I'm going to try to develop over the course of the video here, having the commentary track running, but also keeping a separate thread of thoughts in my head, so to speak.
That's tough. You could do it, though. If anyone can do it, it's you.
I appreciate what you're saying, but at this point I have several years of footage that shows that I can't, while talking necessarily, even maintain a single thread of thought.
Well, between the two of us, at least, you're the one to do it.
Alright, so, bad news, Elise wins, and everyone's sad when that happens.
Elise
The good news is, Ludwig lost, and that's great for everyone. Take
Goose
that,
loses.
Man, I did a bad job of erasing the background around this thing.
Well, I mean, it's not like it needed to be perfect. We needed to start recording the game.
So, I think that's going to be it for us for today. This episode's coming out a little faster than a week after the last one.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't wait to play again. I think this game is super cool and fun.
And it feels quick. It doesn't feel like we have to set aside, we don't. It's not just a feeling. We don't have to set aside as much time to do this.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is I don't know what the schedule is going to be like for these. I would see there's not going to be more than a week between episodes, but this one might conclude a little faster than the other ones have, just because I like this game a lot and I want to play it a lot.
It's fun. It's interesting.
But that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when I try to at least show up to the game a little bit. And we'll see you then.